Hello, I'm Dr. Cole Hosenfeld with Apple Healthcare Group, and I'm here with one of my partners, Dr. Joe Hutchison, to talk about neck pain. So many people have neck pain, and so many times they can really get rid of a lot of it on their own.
Sure.
But when is the time that they need to call? They need to, get it looked at by a professional.
Typically what I tell most people is things that are going to be self-limited and are going to resolve themselves. It's usually a 2-week time frame. If you wake up weird or tweak it or do this or that, and it goes away within a week or two, fantastic. That's great. And we want people, we want to encourage them to self-manage, but it's when you start getting into that 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or, it's doing something weird. It's going towards your shoulder, going to your arm. You can't sleep, right. Your kid runs up and grabs your neck and those are the times that you want to say, okay, maybe I do need to get this looked at.
So what can they expect? I mean, what's your first look? A patient comes in and my neck's been killing me. I mean, how do you approach that right off the bat?
Gotcha. So really the first thing you need to do when the patient's in is it's all super individual. So you got to really sit down with the person. You want to spend time getting a good history. You want to know, did something happen? Did you, injure this somehow? Was there an incident? Or, this is something you've been dealing with for years. And you want to be as specific as possible. Are there other health conditions that are involved? Are there other history things that we have to be aware of? Because, we even though we're looking at the neck, we got to be cognizant of the whole person.
So you're going to figure out their history, what's going on, what may have set them up for that.
Sure.
And then really now you're going to examine them.
Yeah.
So, what's an examination process look like? How much time does that take?
Most people on their first visit, they're typically here, an hour to an hour 45. And really, the diagnostic process after you've taken the history consists of what are called orthopedic tests, which are various physical exams that put the different types of tissues under stress to try and give us an idea of what's generating the pain. So there are things, tests for the soft tissue, there are tests for the bony joints, the discs, and really when you're treating this person, it's very important to be differential in terms of what's actually causing the pain.
So typical treatment plans are 3 to 4 weeks initially.
Yeah, we'll start with we'll go through history and exam. We'll really relate to them. You have this type of pain. It's from X, Y, and Z factors, and then really you have to outline. Are there passive therapies and manipulations and things we need to do in the office that are appropriate? Are there home care things, stretches, exercises, desk, workstation, the things that need to change? And then you give it a run. You make these changes and you let them go about 3 or 4 weeks. And then you'll typically have a period where you repeat the tests, and then their range of motion's improved, or they don't respond to the muscle or the joint test or whatever they had to start with, and you say, okay, great, or you have findings where I'm really not improving the way I need to, or okay, this part's gone, but this part's still there. Right. And then you say, okay, what do we need to change? Do we need more information? Is it like a diagnostic test?
Like MRI?
X-ray, MRI? Do we need to involve another type of provider? Somebody in the medical field? Is there a medicinal component we need to address? Is there, something along the lines of physical therapy intervention?
Right.
We have lots of different types of providers. So in the individual case, we may need to involve more than one type of person to address the situation.
Really that collaborative approach.
Sure.
And so you'd find that the more that a person performs their home exercises, gets rid of the stuff that may aggravate it is so key.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, when we're treating someone, they're here with us 1% of the time. Really the management and what we want to instill to them is, they're with themselves 100% of the time.
Right.
And I want them to be confident in managing the condition themselves. I don't want them to see me, twice a week for forever. I love them, but I'd rather get coffee or do something than see them in here, So really you want to empower them to be able to manage whatever issue is going forward.
Because you value their time. They need to get
absolutely.
Back to their life.
And their cost really as much as anything, the way, insurance is nowadays.
Great. That's exactly right. For more information, go to applehealthcaregroup.com.